exploring southern Corsica, but have been here for a few days. But unfortunately, have had no luck because the water was very cold and turbid, so no sightings or catches. This morning we woke up early and to raise our spirits have decided to go to a place where we are sure there are fish. It's a little far, but it's worth it. Only one problem: fishing is not allowed. So we start our journey to our destination. We will travel along the road that passes through Ajaccio and crosses western Corsica. We drive slowly as the road is narrow and windy. But we are enjoying our trip thanks to the wonderful scenery of this island, which is wild but perfectly preserved. We leave Ajaccio behind us. It's sunny there. We continue our journey, and more than twice some partridges cross our road, while turtle doves start to fly when we approach. After the Ajaccio Gulf, we run along Sagone, characterized by wonderful beaches. We cross Cargese, one of the most important tourist resorts of the west coast. Then we get to the Calanques area. It's a wonderful place with a red rocky coast, which opens onto an amazing intense blue sea. It's a pleasure to admire such imposing and beautiful landscapes. A few kilometers more and we will reach our destination. Here we are. After about 3 hours and a half, we arrived in Porto, and we will go to the Scandola Nature Reserve on a rubber dinghy. It's a wonderful place, and today is a great day to visit it. Porto has a small harbour formed by the mouth of a river. Although being small, this harbour has a practicable ramp, as in every other place that I have visited in Corsica. After lowering the rubber dinghy in the water, we load the free diving and shooting equipment. Obviously, we left our spear guns at home. We let the engine warm up for a few minutes, then we leave the river and head for Punta Mucciolina. The sea is smooth and the keel glides fast over the water surface. This stretch of coast is one of the most beautiful and fascinating I've ever seen since I've started sailing. In fact, Porto's Gulf is a World Heritage Site. It's really wonderful. We are at the entrance of the Scandola Nature Reserve. In fact, we see scuba centres are cut out, since opposed to Italy, you cannot scuba dive here, only free diving is allowed. Well, we are ready. Let's see how it feels to use a camera instead of a spear gun. The Scandola Nature Reserve was established in 1975 in an area of about 20 kilometers squared, including land and sea. In 1938, it became World Heritage Site along with the Calanques de Piana and the Girolata Gulf. It is a real example of marine protected area perfectly working. The Nature Reserve has an external perimeter of about 4.5 miles and includes some 100 meters of sea. Its small size allows effective controlling both from the ground and sea, while tourists and sport fishermen can enjoy direct access to the surrounding area. If you decide to visit Porto, you can dive in the wonderful waters of Scandola Nature Reserve, and then you can go fishing in another part of the Gulf without traveling dozens of miles. It's amazing. The thing I like the most about this place is that there is plenty of fish, but they act normally, naturally. You can notice that nobody has accustomed them to feeding from your hands, or something like this, like it happens in other reserves. Now, let's move to the next cove and film it. What can I say? Another beautiful day, as usual here. To be honest, you can notice that it's April also here at the Scandola Nature Reserve. I mean, we have seen lots of fish, but in other periods you can see more. In October, for instance. But we can't complain. Tomorrow it will be hard to go back to the usual sea of every day. Today is a beautiful day too. The sea should be smooth, and it is sunny. After what we saw yesterday in Scandola, today I don't feel like hunting breams or mullets. I will focus on catching a big fish. A fish that gives you satisfaction. Maybe you remember that we went here in the past to see the many beautiful currents of this gulf. But unfortunately at that time, we had to remain inside the gulf because of bad weather. We couldn't head out. Now it's April. Maybe it's too early for this type of fishing. But yesterday in Scandola, I sensed that fish are concentrated in the areas in which these currents are. They come close to the surface, which is warmer. The water is 1 or 2 degrees warmer. And they continue to have the possibility to reach deep waters quickly. That's what we'll do today. I know some of them. Let's start with this islet, which has all the features. Let's hope we'll find some big fish. It's sunny, we set the equipment, and we get ready for fishing wearing wetsuits 7mm thick. Necessary, considering the low temperature of the water. I have a 100 spear gun with a 16mm double rubber